Hi, it's Honey again. So for our YouTube channel, we've been doing a weekly theme sort of system, and this week's theme was random things, which I assume means I get free reign to talk about whatever I want. I hope that's what it means, because that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm sure Cashew and Donut have talked about really interesting things, and I think I'm the last one, so you see my videos last in the week, which probably means this isn't going to seem as interesting as theirs. They're both really cool people, and I unfortunately don't have much of a social life anymore. Thanks, high school. And I thought that was kind of the deal with it, though. I mean, you either get good grades or you had a social life, and I chose the grades. Although I have seen some people that somehow managed to get A's and keep up with a pretty good social life. I don't know how they do that at all. I can barely keep up with one thing. I assume that since this is the second video, you have seen my introduction. I'm hoping so, and I'm also hoping that this part wasn't edited out. I cannot speak. Words are hard to say. What was I talking about? Oh, okay. So I'm hoping this part of my introduction was not edited out. That still sounds weird. Screw it. So I'm hoping this part of my introduction was kept in the actual video that was released, or else I should have brought a drink. It's really hot in my room. If I turn the fan on, you guys won't be able to hear me talking. I have the attention span of a squirrel on crack. What was I saying? I'm hoping that this part of my introduction was not removed. I don't actually edit my own videos. Donut does that for me because computers and I don't get along so well. I'm lucky I even figure out how to center these things. So thank you, Donut, you're an amazing person. But as I said in my introduction, throughout most of elementary school, I used to think that islands were turtles with like dirt and trees and stuff on them. I feel like I should elaborate a little bit on why I thought that, just so you guys don't think I'm completely insane. So when I was little, I lived in a very... As I said before, I lived basically in the middle of nowhere. There weren't really any other kids around to go outside and socialize with. That was all at school, and I was in an after-school program because my parents were both working. Once I got home, there wasn't really a whole lot to do. I didn't have a cell phone. We had no cell phone service. My father, as soon as he got home, he cleaned the TV, so I didn't watch a lot of TV. And I couldn't use the computer without my parents being there with me, so I didn't use a lot of technology. When I was able to use the computer when they were there, I just immediately assumed anything on the internet was fact. I was a very gullible child. If you pointed to the ceiling and you're like, hey, look up there, I would probably sit there for a good 5 minutes trying to figure out what people were pointing to. It hadn't occurred to me at that age either that lying wasn't just a child thing, that adults lied too. So at that point, I would get on the internet and I'd be reading things, and I was just instantly assumed this is fact, which is what happened with this turtle thing. I somehow wound up on this webpage about folktales or something. I heard this story about how islands were turtles and blah blah blah. And so I assumed, oh, that's how it works. That's actually the whole part of the story. I don't know why I thought that would take so much time. That wasn't very interesting either. I'm sorry, guys. This week hasn't been very interesting. It's been mostly PSATs. I added an extra sound where there didn't need to be one. When I was in 4th or 5th grade, we were learning about islands, and our teacher told us that, hey, they don't float, they're not this or that, they're just chunks of sand and dirt and rock and all this other boring stuff they get piled up and they come up out of the water. And I was very disappointed. And I didn't tell anyone at that point what I had thought islands were, as it seemed kind of stupid. I don't know if you guys can hear that. My dog is barking. And now I don't know what else to talk about. You know, isn't it supposed to be fall? Why is it still so warm out? It's not fall weather. It's still sunny and hot. We even went outside for some of our classes today, which I'm not complaining about. That was great, but I would have appreciated some colder weather. I love the colder weather. Not so much for this hot, sweaty, gross stuff. I could never live in like Florida or North Carolina or anywhere hot like that. I'm thirsty, but my camera is being held up by my drink. I have no idea where I'm going with any of this. I'm just gonna end the video here. Goodbye, guys. I'll see you again next week. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and go watch, oh, I almost said Honey, I'm Honey. Donut and Cashews videos. Goodbye.